Lady Reddzz here, 93.9 WKYS. I'm sitting next to the talented singer, songwriter, dancer, Grammy nominated Miss Bobbi Storm.
Hello. What up, though?
How does that feel? You've gone through so much, okay? From being nominated, and you was on that plane singing, and they were mad. How do you, girl?
Listen, it was just an experience. A lesson learned, that you may not be everybody's cup of tea.
And that's okay.
But as long as you keep doing whatever you are doing to spread love and spread joy, that's all you can do.
I love that for you.
Yeah.
So I've listened to your music for quite a while. So talk about, there is some type of strength and pain in your voice, right? So from favors to that lazy love to praising God, and we can't forget him. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Well,
it's a transition.
Definitely a transition. That's you took the words out of my mouth.
Friend, I be knowing. What happened?
I think we're all given free will.
Yes.
So out the gate, when you're just growing up and going through life and transitioning, like you're talking about, you do things with your own understanding until you come to a place where some things have really happened. Life has really knocked you down.
Life be lifing.
And you get to a point where you can only go so low to go down, that it's only up from there, and when I made that decision to seek God, he definitely found my way to not take away that same story and that same swag and that same sound I had, but just more so just convert it for him,
Because you're growing and you're learning every day, right? So talk to me about the woman Bobbi Storm is today.
Well, who I am now is I know who I am.
Yes.
I know my value.
Amen.
I know I have discernment when doing things. I'm spirit led, but I have wisdom. When there's
that's deep, friend.
I have more wisdom now.
Yes.
So that's I'm just growing and learning myself every day, evolving every day, and just trying to be the best I could be.
And I love that. So talk to me about the holy mixes, because you be doing it. Because you really be taking songs and transitioning them into God.
Yeah.
How are you able to do that?
Well, it came from him. During a fast I was in, he just pretty much wanted me to flip a song, and I was like, but everybody's been covering that song, and it's been out for a really long time. And he's like, make it about me. And as soon as I did that, it just, people picked up on it, and they loved it. And it was just, I think everything is about timing as well too. Because I tried to kick many doors down, a different way. But with this, doors were just opening left and right, and people really, I think a lot of people just really want God. A lot of people want to feel better in their lives and feel safer. And that for me is that safe place.
So how were you able to get to this safe place that you speak of, right? Because life is a journey, and we have many trials and tribulations that we experience, and sometimes we feel so defeated. How were you able to get through all of that?
As long as I got breath in my lungs, and
Amen,
movement in my body, I'm never gonna give up.
I love that.
I already felt like I've accomplished enough already, so everything on top of that is just the icing on the cake.
I love that for you. Tell me how it was working with Friday and Dream Doll on that remix. Girl,
listen,
when I thought it couldn't get any better.
We can't forget them.
Amen.
When I tell you, both of them came with a perfect, it's like a sequel.
Yes.
And sometimes you don't need to remake things. And sometimes you don't need to do a second of something. But to this, I just felt like it was just like a chef's kiss, the way that they blessed the track.
Yes.
And as far as Friday and the way and the texture of his voice, embodying that gave me like a new age of Michael McDonald. And Michael McDonald was from the first record.
Yes.
So he brought something to the track that I really think is timeless, just as I believe the song is. And then as far as Dream Girl, I always say it's so beautiful because I lived in both places that they're both from.
Yes.
And I always say Detroit raised me, but Brooklyn made me. So her being from New York and him being from Philly, it was definitely ordained.
Yes, I love that for you. So I do a segment on my show called Be For Real with Lady Reddzz, okay? So that's when I ask my listeners, like, you got to be for real with me. I pick a topic. So I want to ask you, in honor of Women's History Month, how are you able to juggle it all? Be for real with me. Like, how are you able, you've gone through so much in your life. I hear the pain in your voice. How are you able to stand here today and not second guess yourself?
I like to say and live by preparation taken away from pressure in your life. If you are a late person everywhere you go, you're going to be frazzled. You're going to be feeling like you left something at home. You're going to be feeling all these different things that that are equating to pressure, you know. But if you prepare and you're ahead of time, you can just relax. You can get to the airport early, have some, and be for real and enjoy yourself, you know.
I love that for you. So, friend, that's what I be calling my listeners. And we friends.
Okay.
We friends. What's next for Bobbi Storm? Can you give us the tea?
Oh, yeah.
What is she working on? Who's she working with? Okay. What is she thinking?
I mean, I'm working with some amazing talent.
Okay.
Out of different places all across this globe. The production that's being brought to this is just superb, from some people who I can't really name.
I understand.
But who are some heavy hitters in this industry.
I love it.
And it's a holy mixtape. Yeah, so we're working on a holy mixtape now. There could be a single before it. We never know. I think that as time goes by and things, you know, change every day with what listeners want and with, you know, what my audience want and what the storm chasers, you a storm chaser now?
Yes.
All right. What the storm chasers want, it just it can change at any minute. So I really like my team to just tell me where to go, where to be, and I just show up.
So do you feel like with that in the storm chasing, do you feel like you were constantly chasing, like it's so hard to keep it going? Do you ever feel like you missing a beat sometimes?
No. I feel like all things work together for the good of God, and everything is in His perfect timing. So, you know, the moment that I start stressing about something that I can't control, when there's nothing here that we can ever control, the moment I start stressing about it is the moment that takes away from my health, my years living here, and I just don't have time for that, you know.
I love that. So what's a day in the day of Bobbi Storm?
Content.
Yes.
Child, the world revolves around
content. You be tired,
content.
Don't it, right?
Yes. Being on Zoom calls, interviews, making sure this is an exercise. I mean, this you have to exercise this.
Yes.
So not only do I work out every day with my trainer.
Give me the tips, friend, because I'm trying to get in and get it.
I work out every day. Ooh. So if that's what you want to do.
What you be eating? I'm a pescatarian.
So I eat 6 times a day.
Oh, God help.
And I just eat small portions.
Okay.
You can pretty much eat whatever you want.
Because the body is bodying.
Thank you. But the way,
inside and out.
I worked really hard. But the way, but the way that you, the things that you eat, it depend on how you work out too. So you do need those type of carbs and stuff like that if you work out hard and heavy. So I eat a lot, but I just eat a little when I do eat.
Well, you are doing the damn thing, sis. We appreciate you so much for coming through, and we love you.
I love you too.
We can't forget them.
We can't forget them.